There's this Greek myth about the moon goddess Selene and a human shepherd named Endymion. Each night, Endymion camps out under the stars, and as Selene passes over him, she sees him asleep, and after, several years of this, she falls in love with him. She makes a habit of going down and having her way with him as he sleeps, but one night she notices that there's just something slightly different. His hair is maybe a little lighter than it was before. Maybe it's some bags under his eyes that weren't there, some wrinkles, but he seems to be getting just a tiny bit older. She goes to Zeus and asks if he can make Endymion immortal, and he says no, but she kind of calls him on this and says, hey, but you literally do anything in your power to have sex with literally any human you want. Why can't you do one thing for me? And he's like, okay, fine. But here's the catch. He won't be able to wake up. He'll be perfect, young, forever, but he'll be asleep forever. And she's like, fine, okay, I wasn't using him while he was awake anyway. Can we just get on with this? And he does. And so Endymion sleeps eternally under the stars, and each night Selene comes down. It's kind of a weird story. There's a lot to unpack there. But I think I take something from it that the Greeks probably didn't intend. I start to question, how long did it take for Selene to get bored? I mean, she's an immortal. She lives forever, or at least until the Romans come and kind of scrub her out and replace her with Artemis. But she does live forever. So when does she get bored of Endymion? When does she just leave him in the field, asleep, forever? I've talked a lot about nostalgia in terms of stories on this channel because, well, I like stories, but also because I don't feel nostalgia for much of anything but stories. However, it has been getting chilly in the air recently, and fall is setting on. Something about the transition of seasons does strike some nostalgia. In fact, if I think about the first time I would have experienced something that I could categorize as nostalgia, I would point to those moments of transition, spring and fall, which always, something about it just takes me back. When, just like now, the weather, the climate, the air, something about it all was just shifting. I don't have that with summer. There's never a summer day where I wake up and it smells, it feels, it looks like it did all those years ago. I don't even have that with winter, the season that I believe to be my favorite. But each spring, each fall, I get connected to the past in a slightly stronger way. Nostalgia can be a lot of things. Sometimes it will be good, sometimes it will be bad. Sometimes it will be a naturally occurring event, sometimes it will be something that has been planned out by a marketing firm somewhere. But we never just keep going back to it. Or if we do, we get bored. Even something in stasis, perfectly preserved forever, just as we love it, will get boring. But we'll also find those moments, those cracks in time, when we can look back. We can remind ourselves the heat of summer is coming to an end, and the cold of winter will not exist forever. We'll move on, time will pass, but we may be here again.